What's going on, Brews?
So I was sitting on the couch over here, and I was like, I should probably make a PokeTuber YouTube video tonight. I'm due. It's been 4 days. But then I was like, I kind of just want to veg out and watch some YouTube. But then, YouTube is a very smart algorithm. Knows just what I like. And apparently what I like is this right here. So, Greedy Idiots Ruin Pokemon Cards by Zusu _ JPEG. I have no idea who this girl is. I've never heard of her up until about 20 minutes ago. And I've never seen any of her videos. From what I can tell, she looks like an Asmongold, a Moist Critical, but a girl. And so she herself seems to cover a lot of popular topics, gets a lot of views. This video in question is coming up on 100,000 views and was posted 12 days ago. And basically, I got about 612,000 subscribers, 50 videos. Hi, frogs. I'm Susu. Okay, so here she is. Go ahead and give her a subscribe. Give her a follow if you... Oh, my... Okay. Hey. We're going to stick to this video right here, and I'm going to go ahead and react to it. It's because I got about a minute 30 into the video, and there was just so much pure gold from the Elon Musk reference. Basically, this video seems to be incredible, and if the remainder of the video is any bit as good as the first minute and 30, I think I made a good choice to react to it. So full disclosure, I have watched the first minute 30 of this video, so I'm going to rewatch it from the beginning, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, I am, more or less a Pokemon insider, whereas she is, I would assume, a Pokemon outsider. So any commentary I have to add, she's going to be talking about everything from scalping to blooming waters to probably prismatic. Again, I've only been a minute 30 into this video, but it sounds like she's just covering all the popular craziness. So I'll stop the video and add my 2 cents anywhere along the way. But all in all, this just seems like a very entertaining video, and I'm going to watch the rest of the video, the remaining 13 and a half minutes that I haven't seen, plus the first 90 seconds with you guys right now.
I recently made a tweet or a zeet or a skeet, whatever they're calling posts now on Elon's personal circle jerk site. I essentially said, people who buy cards from trading card games they don't play should be jailed. Obviously a joke and over-dramatization for comedic effect, but many people agreed. Why, you might ask? Because once again, investment bros can't contain their greed and are sucking all the joy and whimsy out of the world. Hi, frogs. I'm Susu, and scalpers deserve a special place in hell for ruining our favorite children's card games.
Facts. Costco is not even carrying Pokemon cards in stores anymore. That shit was wild. I know that guy in the beanie. This is Seattle Costco. I used to live in Seattle. Just random side note.
The Pokemon 151 Blooming Waters box set just dropped, and if you're a TCG player, it should come as no surprise that soulless scalper scum have swarmed Costco's like flies to a rancid, bloating corpse. They infest our hobbies and infect it like a kind of disease only Kugoth the Plague Father could cook up. This takes me back to the days of yore when Black Friday deals were so good it was worth lining up outside a store and then trampling someone's grandma. Insane to once again see this kind of frenzy. It's like when Furby...
For the record, I master setted 151 over a year and a half ago, so I have not contributed even one single MSRP or scalped purchase of the Blooming Waters 151 collection box, as she so accurately called it.
He's just released, and people were fighting to the death to get their hands on these cursed companions. Speaking of cursed companions, come join us at discord.gg/susujpeg to discuss the horrors of humanity, or get some cursed merch at susujpeg.com.
Yeah.
I hate scalpers so much. I'll never forget how they ruined amiibos for everyone by making them like nigh impossible to get unless you wanted to shell out embarrassing amounts of cash. Or how they bought up the 2019 drop of the Magic the Gathering and My Little Pony Ponies collab box set, inflating the prices when the original cost of the Ponies Galloping box retailed for just $50.
That's a sick
I paid
display.
$150 for the box because I was stupid and I didn't do my research, so I didn't realize the price was hyperinflated. Fool me once. I learned fast and was never swindled again. And luckily, my bestie Tasha bought me the latest secret layer drop from straight from the source, so I have the complete set. Take that, scalpoids. Also, the worst part is 150 would.
So it sounds like this is about TCGs in general, not just Pokemon, as I'm realizing, but it's whatever. It's, you know, it's a problem. It's a problem everywhere.
Sadly now be considered a deal, since online the box now goes up to like $300. Clearly, scalpers suck for everyone who is actually enjoying a hobby. They make the prices inaccessible to the average player, thus making it harder for people to simply have fun. And if that weren't sad enough, they make complete fools of themselves by stampeding through stores and duking it out over the right to resell cardboard. Let's all watch and laugh, but also cry for the poor employees that had to deal with this.
It is definitely worse than I've ever seen it, and Pokemon is definitely more popular right here and now than ever, and that is definitely including 2021. It's in Seattle.
Fight breaks out at a Costco between Pokemon scalpers. Oh boy, I hope it's to the death.
No running!
Seattle is where Pokemon International America is, by the way, in Redmond.
Why are you running? Is that meme still funny? Please laugh.
Why are you running?
Oh my god.
Everybody's seen this clip. Everybody.
Híjole!
Jeez. Everyone's seen this.
I'm glad I'm not one of those guys. Ha! Doesn't this make you feel better about yourself?
And go.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, don't run. It says no running. Scan your memberships. Man,
No
I
running.
opened it up to 2 lines. Oh, dang, don't run.
They got a light jog going though.
You better get your hands out of your pockets, bro. You
It's
gotta
right here.
stride.
It's right here in the front. Oh,
my God.
Hurry up. Get your 10.
It's 5 per customer.
Oh, five per customer?
That's
Oh, it's
7
only
or
5
8.
per customer.
Right there. That's another 7.
I think they forgot how to count.
Dang, it's gone. That's it. That was it. It's over.
That was it?
Savages, all of ya. Dang.
Oh, that was really quick. I'm sure that makes some of you guys feel better about yourself because it takes you much longer, right?
You basically have to be a savage right now just to get anything. Like, unless you just do the smart thing, which is buy raw cards. But even raw Pokemon cards are worth 2, 3, 4, 5x what they were a month ago. So even if you do make the right decision and, you know, buy raw Pokemon cards rather than just have to rip open packs, no matter what, everything is going to cost you an arm and a leg unless you are absolutely ruthless and you do scalp the vending machines, wait in line 2 hours, bot scalp websites causing them to crash. It's sad as hell that you have to be ruthless to come up anything right now. It sucks. It really sucks, especially for newer Pokemon collectors that can't even at least enjoy the flip side of the coin, which is, hey, at least the cards you own are worth way more now. If you just got back in because of Pokemon TCG Pocket over the last few months, which is a reason for a catalyst for a huge wave, is Pokemon TCG Pocket. A lot of people don't know that. And you barely even have a collection. You're in a scenario where you don't have anything that just doubled in value, and you don't have access to anything unless you pay twice as much of value. So it sucks to be a new Pokemon card collector in 2025.
Scalpers may be the worst thing to happen to the TCG community, besides BO, but they could easily be swatted away if companies simply offered more reprints. The Prismatic Evolutions box set is a perfect example of this. Scalpers exhibited the kind of greed not even the Bible could have conceived to warn us about by literally buying rooms full of this box set. I'm not exaggerating. The prices skyrocketed like the cost of groceries in Alaska. It was so bad, stores even resorted to vandalizing the boxes themselves in order to deter scalpers from trying to buy them. On January 15th, the official Pokemon TCG Twitter account posted the following message saying they were essentially aware of the scalping issue and printing more of the boxes to help combat this problem.
During Prismatic, they basically bot analyzed every real human, didn't let them buy anything while all the bots were buying everything. So if you were a real human being, you got like 18 of those crosswalk, bicycle, traffic light checks, and by the time you were done, clearing for the nuclear launch codes, everything was gone, literally. So they got to fix that system, because the fact that tons of people took 10 minutes just to prove they were a human and everything was gone by that time, by the bots, the Australian bot farmers, yeah, they're real. There's hell of you in Australia. I know about you guys. But yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
This announcement made reseller prices go from this on January 13th, as reported by Twitter user Quick Panic, to this on January 15th, as reported by Twitter user Team Pokecolors. Reprinting works. Scalpers are defeated. The players are once again able to get and enjoy the cards, right? Kind of,
really.
But scalpers seem to always find a way to grab up these boxes, sometimes before they even reach store shelves. There's definitely problems going on with distributors doing these backdoor deals with scalpers, and these people need to also be held accountable so we can stop seeing insanity like this. The amount of boxes some of these scalpers are able to get their hands on is insane. Reddit users calculated that this scalper hoarded at least 504 Prismatic Evolutions boxes. The scalper is selling them for around 160 USD a piece when the official retail cost is...
For the record, I can count on, 5 hands. I have opened 24 total packs of Prismatic Evolutions, and I have a binder collection over my shoulder against the wall up there. That's it. That's it.
Only around $50, meaning they could make upwards of 80 grand if people bought from them. Many users suggested simply ignoring the seller to force them to eat the cost of their greed. In the wake of the Blooming Waters box insanity, Costco's have started taking precautions such as preloading carts to try and stop some of the chaos, as well as more extreme measures like limiting boxes to just 2 per customer. One even had preloaded carts and a number system to hand them out in order to do things in a more organized manner.
So dumb.
I wonder how this chaos is affecting the Costco guy's natural habitat. Hopefully AJ, the Justice, and the Rizzler stay safe. Also, the horrors of reselling don't just stop at shady deals between distributors and card scalpers. Businesses are getting robbed for trading cards. A community member in my Discord alerted me to this fact by telling me that one of his trucker friends carries a firearm with him when on these...
In Australia, there are so many card shops that have been broken into in the last month and a half that it looks like a Grand Theft Auto heat map. Like literally at least 20 different card shops just in Melbourne, Australia. And that's just something that some Australian viewers have told me and showed me. Like, I got the news link. So it's everywhere. It's in America. It's in Australia. Probably everywhere in between.
Card deliveries. Because people are aware of how lucrative scalping can be, there's those who resort to extreme measures to get their hands on the cards. In March 26, 2023, some absolute psychopaths crashed a truck into Captain Fish Collectibles, a card shop in California, and racked up over $1 million in damages and stolen goods.
Nice
All
floor.
this to get their hands on Pokemon cards. Last year, a 25-year-old Tulsa man was sentenced June 24th to 2 years and 3 months in prison for second-degree burglary of $50,000 worth of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. Security footage captured the man using a rock to break into Dragon Slayer games in Tulsa around 4 a.m. on February 26, 2021.
That sucks.
And blood found at the scene on shards of glass was able to further connect him to the crime.
Dude
So
injured
not only does he
himself
have
for
2
cards.
years jail time, but also 3 years of supervised release and $298,000 restitution payment.
Medical
And just a
bills.
few months ago, on December 8th, 2024, Old Town Hobbies and Games in Albuquerque was robbed for up to $20,000 worth of Pokemon cards and damage.
All kinds
The
of
store is
crazy
only about
shit
4
happens
years
in New
old,
Mexico.
and on
That's not
average, most small
surprising.
businesses are likely to fail in their first 5 years, so this is a huge blow for them. Luckily, the community got together to help find the thief, who was a regular at the store. This is really tragic because local game stores, often referred to as LGS, are so important for the TCG community.
Facts.
LCS are where players go to meet with each other, to socialize,
Facts.
and to play the game.
Facts.
This is often
facts.
where tournaments and sealed draft events are held, and all manner of TCG activities that keeps the hobby alive. This just shows how little scalpers care, not just for the games, but for the entirety of the
It's not your local LGS's fault. They're scalping the hell out of shit. It's actually the distribution is getting greedy. So don't hate your LGS if your prismatic ETB is 105, 120, 130. I can guarantee you they would like to sell it for less and maybe, you know, make a normal profit, a slightly larger profit than usual. A lot of these LGSs literally have to sell this stuff at the new market value because of their distribution. Okay, I'm just saying it. They're not all terrible.
communities built around them. Hey kids, we know you love playing Pokemon at this store, but it's closed because someone drove a truck through the building and caused millions in damages, so now you all have nowhere to hang out. Go back to your iPods and screens. Good luck not getting brainwashed. Scalpers have always been a problem, but as you can see in recent years, we have Dark Souls boss tier resellers, thanks in part to the card pack opening craze that happened among streamers during
never
COVID.
finished the Elden
Everyone
Ring
was stuck at
DLC.
home. People were desperate for any form of entertainment they
I
could
play
get.
Pal World
And
again now.
streamers were trying all kinds of different indoor activities to keep the masses hooked. One of the big trends during that period was Pokemon card pack opening. 2020 saw a big boom of streamers opening 90s card packs. Everyone loved the nostalgia factor of remembering when Pokemon cards hit millennial kids in the US like crack.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Is that, why does that guy right there look like Asmongold with short hair?
There's also an element of gambling here because streamers are paying a lot for these old packs, hoping to get valuable cards to make the money they spent worthwhile. There's also the novelty of seeing someone drop insane amounts of money on cards, like the time XQC paid the equivalent of a teacher's salary on cards.
Not that crazy compared to 50k or compared to like 250k.
Especially because if you want to get it graded, it'll take 8 months. And by the time it gets graded,
That's a
everyone
teacher's
who's opening
salary!
the packs now will
Bitch!
inflate the
The
prices.
teachers
So
have
even though we're talking
summers
about the
off!
prices that
With tons of popular content creators getting in on this, it wasn't long before card pack opening became a trend among creators big and small.
Rip
the popularity
and
of this
ship.
type of content also increased the popularity of scalping.
Birth of Rip and Ship.
I'm not blaming
Oh,
the
God,
streamers
those
for
are
that.
cool.
It's just that whenever something has a boost in popularity, demand for supply increases, and thus the resellers swarm. So, on the one hand, it's great that people are becoming aware of and more interested in TCG, but when you get tons of people that just see it as a way to make a quick buck,
Cha-ching.
it turns to shit. And you know what? I might sound like a petty asshole for this, but I've never been a fan of a lot of card opening content because a lot of the people doing this just send the cards off to be graded or sell them, or they just like collecting. All of these things are fine, you know, they're within their legal rights, but why should I care that they pulled a super cool card if they're never gonna put that card in a deck and play the game? The amount of card openers that will never play those ultra cool cards hurts my soul. Card games are for playing. I remember back in the day when we would play Pokemon TCG on the floor of a Toys R Us where they used to hold big Pokemon events for kids.
All right, this is her worst take, obviously. It's a collectible card game. I mean, it's a trading card game. I mean, let's be honest. It's the most popular IP in the world. Anything with Pokemon on it could be viewed as a collectible. So the whole, like, collectors not being players, that is That has been not the problem for 25 plus years, and that is definitely not the problem. Now, the hobby exists on its own from a collector, an investor standpoint, and a TCG. They mirror each other. There are collectors that make money off TCG cards when they become playable. They don't cross mingle. They don't get in each other's way. The TCG is healthier than ever, even though the collecting side of the hobby is also crazier and healthier than ever. There is nothing about the craziness that truly actually gets in the way of the TCG. And if it did, then Pokemon would really print things to the ground. Because the one thing they can't jeopardize is people's ability to play the TCG, which is the, of course, foundation of the TCG.
It's weekly. Any millennials remember that? Remember the little badge books they gave out? That was so fun. We were all playing with no mats and no sleeves and a goddamn rubber band holding our decks together. It was all about the fun of playing. No one was buying up all the cards and selling them for hundreds or even thousands of dollars a piece. No elitism, just the love of the game. I genuinely miss that sometimes when I'm sitting there double sleeving my Magic decks I paid a bunch of money for. And then, sometimes someone will snidely comment, "Of course you won. You have like a $4,000 deck." Okay, how else do you expect a Kozilek Commander deck to be viable without pouring racks into my insane mana rocks to be able to swing a 10 mana commander with Annihilator 8 by turn 3 at the latest? There's very little protection or counter spells for colorless. So we just got shit like Scour from Existence or All is Dust and Not of This World, and those all cost 7 mana.
Rudy
What
would be
choice
proud.
do I have but to base boost my mana pool with every rock in existence and pray? Yes, it's toxic, but I like to win when I play CDH, so suck my balls and go play Pauper. Okay, I got a little heated there, but I'm passionate about my cardboard, okay? I want all these rich streamers to
Told
play
you
more
it'd be a
card
good
games
video.
because they have all the best cards. Like, look at this.
Look up. Got more. Here we go. Next one.
Yes, dude! Fuck yes, dude! Oh, you were right! Fuck yes! I've never pulled one. Oh my god! Gotta sleeve it, gotta sleeve it, gotta sleeve it.
Gotta sleeve
Gotta
it.
sleeve it! Gotta sleeve it!
That's good.
That is minty,
That a
baby.
Charizard?
Still packed fresh. She's still fresh.
That a Charizard?
I'm shaking.
Pay Money Wubby pulls one of my favorite cards, the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, out of a
God.
$35,000 box. And you know what?
Bro,
Okay,
that's
good
more
for
than
him, because he does actually play the
Skyrage.
game and is a great asset to the
Well.
MTG community. But if he doesn't make an obscenely toxic deck with this card and play it on stream, I will self-immolate. I don't care that the card is banned in basically all formats. Make it work, Wubby.
Go back to Pokemon. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right, there we go. That's it.
Video's
okay.
over. Fuck off.
Well, jeez. These should only be for playing. That's BS. They print more than enough to have a collector hobby thrive and a TCG side of things thrive. That is not the issue at all. Not even close. There's just every few years this happens. Okay, let's not just act like bubbles in Pokemon haven't happened before. This one's just extra bad, and that's the way it is. So, you know, my collection itself, you know, of course, as doubled, I don't even know, doubled, tripled, it doesn't even matter to me. I'm not selling, I don't care. It sucks that I can't get cards as easily as I could have, or packs, anything for that matter. But, you know, I'm gonna keep my spirits high, and, you know, I'm gonna wait it out, and I know all things that go up eventually come down, and Pokemon will go back to being not so super crazy, and it'll be fun to collect again. But in the meantime, you know, just find ways to enjoy Pokemon, other things, whatever. However, a lot of companies, starting with Pokemon themselves, absolutely need to start helping the situation rather than hurt the situation. Yeah, and that's all I got. And again, give her a follow. That was a fantastic video. Announced the winner of the 5K Derpy Q on Hottest Cards of the Week this Friday night. Again, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Deuces.